Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back with you. Well, we had a blinger of a storm pass through the neighborhood last night, and the neighbor right across the street had an oak tree tip over and fall, cut their house basically in half. The crew's out there working on it right now to see what they can do to get the tree out of there. They've been there working for about an hour or so. But boy, that was one blinger of a storm. I'll put up a little bit of video that I was able to capture this morning, and I want to get into a little bit about an old song that we all may remember. So stick around. So you may remember this particular song from my era, I guess, and it's was called "Blinded by the Light," and it was performed by Manfred Mann's Earth Band. Not sure what year, but it was a long time ago. And "Blinded by the Light," well, that came on the radio while I was surfing the internet just yesterday, and it kind of popped up on the internet or on the radio while I was surfing, and looking at my wife's Facebook account and things like that, and I couldn't help but think that the left is truly blinded by the light. And what I mean by that is that they are so enthralled with their Trump derangement syndrome that they are missing out on all the good stuff. It seems that every time Trump does something, says something, goes somewhere, they can find a reason to berate him, to denigrate him, to make fun of him, to tell us he's an absolute fool, to tell us he's incompetent, that he's a dictator, that he's a Nazi, that he's gonna murder us all, that he's gonna rig the next election, that he's gonna do all these horrible things. And they are so blinded by their hatred that they can't see the light in front of them. Right now, we're facing some very serious issues with what's going on in the world, obviously. You know, the on-again, off-again war in Iran, and the on-again, off-again war in Ukraine with the Russians and all that. And now it seems that they are starting to get intermixed somehow with themselves, with finger pointing and name calling and all that between the two sides there, the Ukrainian side and the Iranian side, and I'm not sure what it is. Now, on a personal basis, my own opinion is that I think Trump ought to just pull out all the stops and put an end to this thing right away. We're running out of time. There's less than 100 days to go before the midterm elections, and depending on which polls you're looking at, you've got the chance that the Republicans are going to maintain a majority in the House and maintain a majority in the Senate, and obviously keep the White House. But if you look at other polls, they're saying that the Democrats are going to just take it all over, and that they're going to be spending the next 2 years impeaching Donald Trump, issuing lawfare against him, arresting him, his family, you name it. So Lord knows what's really going to happen, but if we're sensible, if we're thinking people, you've got to look at what the slate of potential candidates are for the Democrats right now. The Democrat Socialists of America, all the candidates that they're trying to run in Texas and in Maine and in Michigan, other places around, where they're actually printing and displaying their hatred of America by wanting to do away with the presidency, do away with the Senate, do away with the Supreme Court, do away with ICE, do away with prisons, do away with the Department of War. It just goes on and on. I'm sure you've seen the interview that Fox News had with one of the DSA leaders, and they readily admitted that that's their platform for the future, and they have got a number of viable candidates out there right now trying to get your endorsement and your vote for the midterm elections. And I am absolutely nervous as I can be, and we'll just leave it at that. But let's go back to the song from Manfred Mann, "Blinded by the Light." 20 years from now, I don't think anybody's going to remember that Donald Trump basically cut the arms and legs off the Iranian potential to have a nuclear weapon. And 20 years from now, when Iran does not attack the United States with a nuclear weapon, or any of its neighbors with a nuclear weapon, nobody's going to remember Donald Trump. And that's where being blinded by the light is really going to come in. I don't know if I'll be around 20 years from now to see if that prediction comes true, but I guess some of you will, and let me know if you can. So, blinded by the light, the Trump derangement syndrome is not only alive and well, but it's absolutely contagious. And I am very disappointed in the Republicans in the Senate and in the House for not getting the job done. We put them in there. We expected them to follow through. We expect Donald Trump to follow through. And right now, we're in a tailspin. The economy, I think, is doing sort of okay in spite of everything. But the stock market is faltering right now. The precious metals market is faltering right now, and inflation is rearing its ugly head, and the Republicans can't see the light at the end of the tunnel for this. So maybe they're being blinded by their own light too. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always, and go vote in November. I'll see y'all on the next video.